and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Marissa Roots Undone. So I'm here today with a slightly different kind of video. I was feeling a bit disconnected from you guys as my followers and my subscribers, and so I decided to do a get to know me video so you guys can get to know a bit more about me and what goes on in my life outside of Roots Undone. So some of the things we're going to mention in this video, I don't even think some people that know me personally might not know, so it's going to be interesting. And just to note as well, my jumper is supposed to have holes in, by the way. Like, I bought it over a year ago now, and everyone was going crazy about the whole Yeezy kind of like release, like all the whole, you know, his clothes that had loads of holes and stuff in. So yeah, I bought this jumper ages ago. But I remember one time I was on the bus stop and there was an old man there, and he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh," and he looked down at my jeans and he was like, "Oh, you've got holes in your jeans. Can you not afford to buy new ones?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, the funny thing is, I was on my way to work as well. I was like, "Yeah, they're supposed to have holes in them." So yeah, my jumper is supposed to have holes in it. But yeah, I've got a few things noted down on my phone here, and I think I've got about just over 10, something like that. And to get started, number one, I am 20 years old. So a lot of people, when they first meet me, especially if they don't know me, they think I'm like 15, 16, 17. I don't think anyone's ever guessed my age to be 18. I've even been called like 13, but I'm pretty sure people are joking when they think I'm 13. But yeah, I am 20 years old. I am 21 later this year in September. But yeah, I'm not like 17 or even 18, I'm 20. To go hand in hand with my age, I am 5 foot tall. 5 foot on the dot to be exact. So I'm not 5'1", I'm not 5'2", which I would like to be at least. I'm not even 5'3" or 4'11". I'm literally 5 foot on the dot. So I'm like the height of a high school, like secondary school child, which is probably why people think I'm like 15. I'm from the UK. I'm not going to say where exactly, but if you've been following me, you probably know where. I know for a fact I've mentioned it at some point. But yeah, I currently live like in between two cities. I was born and raised in one city in the UK, and I currently live in another city because I am in my second year at uni. So I decided for uni I was going to move away to a new city and experience life away from home. And I'm now in my second year studying visual communication and graphic design. And it's been okay. It's just uni. I don't really know how to explain uni. It's amazing and it's terrible at the same time. Luckily as well, I do work part-time. So I work part-time at my uni, luckily, and I am a student monitor. So I work in the print department where like the art and design stuff is. Specifically with the laser printer. So students come down, they want to laser print, and I just load their files onto the computer and put their stuff to print and make sure the whole process just runs smoothly. And it's actually pretty decent pay for what I do. I mean, like, if there's no students, then I don't do anything. I get to just like chill. So it's alright. Yeah, so I work part-time. I've been dancing since I was 7 years old. I don't really dance a lot anymore, as of recently really, but yeah, when I was 7 I joined a dance company or dance group called Hype, and I was in competitions, performances, and even TV shows like all around the UK. I remember at one point we went to France to do a competition at Disneyland Paris, and that was so fun. And I actually kind of miss it, like the little like trips away. We'd wake up at like 4 or 5 a.m. I got on a minibus and drive somewhere. Like, I've danced at like festivals such as Festival. And like, you get treated so nice. Like, I would never go camping, but when you go camping as like a performer or something, you get kind of like backstage sleeping areas and backstage showers, and you get like buggied around the campsite and stuff like that. And I honestly miss it so much. But obviously everyone's like grown up and moved on now, moved to different cities, and there's a whole younger generation of dancers there now. But I still keep in touch with them. When I moved to this city, I also joined a dance group as well, but I haven't gone back since I came back, just because I've been so busy with uni and other stuff. Going back to being on TV and stuff, I have been on different TV programs. So I have been on Britain's Got Talent when I was about 11, and they didn't show much of our audition or anything. It was literally like the smallest clip, because like, they have so many people to get through, so with editing they only showed like a really small clip. I was on like Alicia Dixon's Street Dance Stars. I think I might be like 11 as well, I can't remember. Another one called Got to Dance. I think it's called Got to Dance, I think. Yeah, and I've also been on BBC's Eat Well for Less with dance as well, and that was only about 2 years ago, so if you see that on repeat you might actually see my face. But yeah, I've been on TV. When I was younger, I was very active as a child. I also went to drama school between the ages of 9 and 11. I remember when I was 9, I went to my dad's room one day and I said that I wanted to join a drama school. So I went to, the School of Performing Arts, which didn't say the city like that I lived in, but yeah, I went to like School of Performing Arts, and it was different. It wasn't what I was expecting it to be, and I didn't really like it. I wanted to be like on TV, like I wanted to be like Tracy Beaker or something. But it was more like a performing arts school. Like, I know you have to start somewhere, but I did various shows like Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat and Oliver, like improv theatre and stuff like that, and it was kind of boring. There was also okay, so like I was one of 2 black children, or maybe like 3 black children that went there, across like all of the different ages and everything. And you kind of know, like at the age of 9, 10, 11, I kind of knew that I was different, and I wouldn't say that they were racist as such, but like they have their clear favourites, and there was very clear favoritism, and they would be very blunt, like you can't have that part because you're black. I remember we were doing Annie one time, and the other girl that went there, she was black as well. She auditioned for the part of Annie, and they basically told her that she couldn't have the part because she was black. So obviously her mum went crazy. I think her mum pulled her out after that as well. But it's funny because now we actually have a black Annie. But yeah, they had their clear favourites. So there was this one boy that always got the main parts as well. But it was alright. I mean, like, it meant that I didn't have to learn so many words if I didn't have the main part. But yeah, we did like obviously acting, singing and dancing because it was a School of Performing Arts. Alongside that, I also did piano lessons when I was there as well. I always loved, like, I love acoustic music, especially acoustic R&B. I love it so much. So I did piano lessons when I was there, and we did like grading, so like exams. So I'd go in and I have to play a song and sing, and then I'd get graded and get given a certificate. And then when I went to school as well, secondary school, I also did piano lessons there as well. The funny thing is, as much as I love playing the piano, I still have my piano under my bed. If you put it in front of me now, I wouldn't even know how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Like, I don't know, I lost it. I don't know if it's one of those things you have to keep up, but I guess I was learning it, but I didn't learn it until the point where I could do it without even thinking about it. So I guess if I did it until I could do it without thinking about it, I might still be able to do it now. But yeah, alongside that, I was a very active child. This isn't really relevant, it's kind of when I was younger, but I did a lot of extracurricular activities. Like Mondays I had street dance, show dance, which was the dance part of my performing arts school. So we did like jazz, it was kind of like jazz and contemporary really. On Tuesdays I did brownies and then guides as I got older. On Wednesdays I did street dance. So yeah, I've been dancing since I was about 7. The first thing I started was street dance, and that was like lock-in, pop-in, house, commercial, styles like that. Thursdays I did Kung Fu Kickboxing. Oh my god, I can't talk today. On Thursdays I did Kung Fu kickboxing. On Fridays I did swimming because my mum said that I had to learn how to swim. It's a life skill, of course, and she didn't let me quit until I got my 100 meters badge, although I absolutely hated it. On Saturdays I did drama school, so like the acting part and singing part of drama school, and then or performing arts school. And then on Sundays I had street dance again. So I was a very active child. Now that I'm older, I don't know how my parents avoided it, but it is what it is. Let me unlock my phone. I love the language Spanish. Like, I did Spanish when I was doing my GCSEs, and I would literally listen to like films and stuff in Spanish. It got to the point where I could pretty much understand the Spanish conversation, although I couldn't really like reply fluently in Spanish. But yeah, I love Spanish. But if you spoke Spanish to me now, I'd be like, what? But yeah, if I was to move to like any country within Europe, I would move to Spain. Like, I just love it. Finally, I love pina coladas so much. So pina coladas are my life. If I go to a cocktail bar, I go for cocktails just anywhere in general. The first cocktail I will get before I try anything else on the menu is a pina colada. The funny thing is I hate coconuts. I hate coconut cream. I hate coconut in rice. I hate coconut water. I don't really like coconut milk, but I love a pina colada. I don't know, when it's mixed with pineapple, it just tastes beautiful. But that is a few things about me and my childhood and me currently, and I hope you feel a bit more connected with me now. If you can relate to anything that I've mentioned, like if you've gone to drama school or you dance or you're at uni or anything like that, let me know. But yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask about anything, and thank you for watching.